Yes, finally. Finally back to something more budget oriented and made in China. Yes, we do. The WE 703B, which means it's green. B means green. What language B means green in? I don't know, but it's just how they do their model crap. 703B, it's D2, it's satin, and I prefer satin. I mean, you can get these things. Let's get this crap out while I'm talking. You can get these things in a two-tone blade, like black and satin, or stonewash and black, and then you can get the handles and the scales in different colors, like tan or black or whatever. But I thought the OD green, just for this review, would be lovely. Oh yeah, here's the knife. Let's get the knife out. Okay, so comes in a little sleeve, in this little pouchy pouch. And of course, you get the tool because you got this proprietary stuff here with the hardware. See all the little stars? If you don't insult somebody, they'll smack you. You'll see some stars. Then you go, I need the tool. If they don't call you a tool before they smack you, and then you see the stars. Yes. Here we go. We green OD. Not just any kind of green. It's OD green. It's a flipper. It's D2. It's satin. And look at the way they junk this blade up with all this non-logo they put on there. I mean, there's nothing there. Squeeze me. Who made this knife? Well, I don't know. Nothing on the blade. Except, yeah, it says D2 right there. The little teeny, That's it, folks. So if you like a sterile blade, you got it. Well, we got the logo down here. And, well, that's obvious. In any case, I just thought it was so cool. It's another, budget type knife from WE. It's a linerlock, flipper, tactical, and practical, isn't it? Yeah, it's about a 25% lockup on the liner. Is it centered? Like a charm, like a charm. And no blade play, no lock rock on this baby. Even take the lock bar away. Because you got to do that sometimes to check for blade play. I mean, But yeah, that's beautifully set up. From wherever they're fabricating these. I know it's in China, but whatever. Nice. And this is kind of I don't know if it kind of looks that way under the slide at least. It's giving you a little representation of its kind of a bronze titanium hardware. I mean, you got a tubed hole here because it goes through the backspacer. So, titanium backspacer, bronzed. Titanium pocket clip, bronzed. Titanium pivot, bronzed. And the screws, same deal, bronzed. Now, I mean, if you don't do like I did on the last time I got one of these. Was it a 703? 617? It was one of the budget ones. And I go, well, I'm sure getting a lot of magnetism. I couldn't tell if these were titanium or not. So I'm going, well, they must not be because they got magnetism. And it's like, dude, there's a stainless steel liner that runs the length of here. That's what you're getting. So, hey, I'm learning. How many people are still making comments on that? Dude, you're picking up the liner under there. I know. So it does seem like that's stainless steel. It's not. You're just picking up the magnetism there. And you can tell this migrates to where that, to where you're just picking up the liner. Even when you go, I mean, it's really strong here, but you can even pick it up with this really strong magnet. Even when you touch the pocket clip, it will kind of hold, and you're that far away from the liner. So, In any case, yeah, it's supposed to be titanium. Says so. Says so. And I'll not prove it to you. I thought I was going to prove it to you, but I wonder if I'm even going to prove it to you now. Nah, hell no. Oh well. In any case, I thought I printed out the one from Knife Center. If you go to Knife Center and you look this knife up, this one does not say that it's titanium hardware on it, but it is. Knife Center one says so, and I think if you just go to the We Knife site and look it up, it'll say too. And like I said, it's a 703B. It's a linerlock G10 3.75-inch satin blade, because this model is a satin blade model, as opposed to a two-tone with the black and satin. 8.5 overall. I don't know. It doesn't tell you what any of this stuff is. 4 inches of, well, nothing. 3.5. I'm figuring that's the handle, the blade thickness, the kind of steel. Why isn't that the HRC? I'm going to have to look back on the site and see if it was my printer that didn't pick this up. Why do I do Blade HQ? How many times has things been screwed up on my printout on this thing? Oh no, there's the handle length. Never mind. So, the thickness, a little over a ½ inch. Weight, almost 5 ounces. Tip up, right hand, flipper, blah, blah, blah. Made in China, of course. Ceramic, bearings. Yeah, it deploys very well. Oh, well, let's go back to here. Back to the beginning. You get paperwork. Thank you for buying this knife from us. You get microfiber cloth. Very nice, like a camel colored kind of a... It's actually darker. It's more... It's not picking up in the studio. It's really more of a true leather color. This looks a little lighter than it actually in person. It's a saddle leather color. And then, of course, I showed you the tool. So that goes on this side of the pouch here. That goes here. This goes here. And then the knife and the little silica pouch. Knife went in here with the plastic bag. Okay, are we happy now? Yeah. And We Knife on the outside. Oh, I forgot to bring into the studio. I got a We hat because I talked the guy into it when I bought the knife. So that'll be in one of our future giveaways. So that'll be cool. In any case, yeah, you've got some traction up here. Not exactly overwhelming. It's extremely underwhelming jimping. Why? I think it's more of a design cue than it is helpful, because it ain't helpful. Not at all. It's just, it's smooth. It's not terribly deep. You think that maybe should give you some traction? You would be wrong. Yes, you would be. You can feel it. I mean, and this is another example of, look at the height of the scale and then look at where the jimping is. It's about even, or actually just a skosh below the top of the scale. So, no. No. But I kind of like the fact that it kind of breaks things up. There's not a lot of busy work here. It's very plain. So maybe that is kind of nice from a design standpoint, just to have some lines in there to break things up. This is actually above grade. This actually does have some traction to it. And of course the scales have some texturing, and that is like texturing on the scales. Let me tell you that is an overstatement. It looks more textured than it is. This is very smooth. This is very smooth. So You do have a cut through here where this side with the liner lock is actually higher than this scale. So it does give you the opportunity, plus the jimping here, to make contact with that, push it aside. A true one-handed open and close knife. Ceramic bearings, deploys very well. And one thing that I noticed though, I mean, you can get knives that are really have a very strong detent on them and others that don't have much. This is in the proud tradition of maybe less is more. This is not one of those ones where once the detent breaks loose, the knife just snaps out because the detent's so intense and strong. No. Although the bearings are very nice and free, it swings open really easily. But yes, you can gravity flip this knife, and it's not that tough. Okay, so that detent's not that strong, but it's one of those, you know, the real steel knives. It reminds me of that a little bit. You kind of, when you first go, you go, oh, that's really, oh, that's not much of a detent. But really, once you kind of get used to, it fires right out. It fires right out, but it still hasn't. It'll still gravity flip. You know, so it's a mix. It's not a bad thing. I don't think I need the detent that hard. No, this is very sufficient. I kind of like this middle of the road thing that they do here. Let's do this here right now. 3 3/4 inch. Yeah, it is. Blade length 3 3/4 inch, so it's really nice in that regard. And not quite 8.5 inches overall. What do we got? 21 and almost a half centimeters. And what? 9.5 centimeters. So it's not a small knife. It's a good size knife. It's, you know, 3 3/4 inch blade, and they are using it all. You know? But no danger of snagging yourself on that. But they're getting with it. Pocket clip's really nice. I think it's very tasteful. Some people may think it's a little underdone, that it needs to be a little bit more width, maybe 2 screws instead of 1. But if you look at the way that's sunk in there to the handle, this is not one of those things that's going to start rotating on you. So that's not an issue. And I don't care. I don't care if they have 1 screw or 2 or 3 necessarily, as long as it's set up to where it's not going to rotate. It's not going to move on you. And this is not going to move on you. Very tasteful. I do like the Wii knives. I really do. And, you know, these are the budget-oriented ones. I mean, these are selling for $100, right? Let's say $120 SRP, but you can buy them on Blade HQ all day long for $100. Well, I mean, you're getting D2 steel with probably the proper heat treat and everything. And you're getting titanium hardware, which is kind of interesting. I mean, who does a G10 knife with a D2 blade and then they give you all full titanium anodized hardware? That's just so weird. It's a good thing. I mean, I really like that. And you got choices of handle colors. You got choices of, you know, the blade being darker or lighter. And I don't know if I got, crap. I guess I should have shown something. And, you know, kind of, you can kind of tell here, this is kind of a, the darker and lighter. This is the full satin like we're looking at. So you kind of got that two-tone. Great picture, huh? Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, it's fully professional. In any case, The fit and finish on these knives is great. I mean, just feels so good in the hand. Let's take a look at the blade stock. So it should be 4 millimeters because it's 0.160 inch. And if we can get to millimeters, yes, it is basically 4 millimeters. And this is too fat to measure this way. Well, they were saying it was over a half an inch. And it is 0.587 of an inch actually on this calibration. And that's almost 15 millimeters thick. So, yes, it fills your hand. It's not really a real tall, knife here. You see that? 2.7 to, well, hold on, let's even this up. 2.66, which is 10 and a half. No, I'm sorry. God, what am I doing? 26. 1 inch tall. 26.63 millimeters. That metric system. I hate it. In any case, so it's messing me up. So this is not a real thick knife. Well, let's pull something out. See what I'm saying? This one is taller here. This is fairly slender, actually. See what I'm saying? There's some difference there in how thick they are. You could bury this one behind that for sure. See what I'm saying? And this is just a 3.5 inch blade. So this is not 3 3/4. But if you look at it, yeah. So this is fairly slender, is what I'm trying to make. But it's thick enough this way to where it really fills the hand. But it's still, from this profile, fairly slender and really a nice, elegant design. I like it. It's not making too much of anything. Nice modified drop point. Blade, it's good for a lot of different things, including, keeping a little bit of stock here for piercing tasks. So it could pierce, it can cut. I mean, it can really kind of slice as well. It's not probably the optimum slicer, but it's hanging around in that competition. Good all-purpose cutting tool. Yeah, I like it. I kind of like the whole setup, the nice zipper pouch. And this isn't cheap crap. I mean, sometimes you get some this is stiff and nice and heavy duty, but then they give you, like we saw, they give you a microfiber cloth. They give you the proprietary tool. And I know that's an argument. If you lose the tool, you're you could improvise and probably figure out a way to undo those. But yeah, it's kind of a pain. It really is, the proprietary. I get that. I have mixed emotions about it. I love the look and everything, and I keep my stuff together. So yes, I would have the tool. I'm not throwing things around, but people who are less organized, it might be a problem in the future. So I don't know. Just find a safe place to keep all your proprietary tools. We knives, this is going to be kind of standardized throughout the model line. So if you have several we knives, then you get a tool with each one of them. Well, if you lose one of them, go to the other one and, get it. Why am I telling you this? You would know this. In any case, I just thought, the proprietary, yeah. But the slender design, the overall function and fit and finish of this knife is great. I really like it all the way around. Great carry knife. And of course, since it's not a titanium thing, then, you could take a few bumps and bruises without really scarring up the knife significantly, because the G10's tough. And that makes it really that kind of friendly knife that you just tend to go to, grab, and throw in your pocket, because it's not going to get scraped up and messed up necessarily. You can give it some moderate to fairly heavy use, and it'll still really look good. And of course, I like the satin. I mean, I just, and this doesn't seem to fingerprint so badly. I don't know. I mean, I've seen some that do, but this one just doesn't seem to have that tendency. Otherwise, yeah, I kind of prefer a stonewash or a tumbled when it comes to like pretty heavy user blades. But this is one you can feel good about. It didn't cost you the world. They ain't cheap, but not as far as a quote unquote like budget friendly knife. But, you know, for what you get with the full tie hardware package, anodized, and this nice package, and some style with these proprietary stylized hardware, it really makes sense. It really does. I think Wee's doing a great job. I'm keeping my eyes on them. How about you? And I'm going to, I got to weigh this knife. I never weighed the knife. No, I was going to let you go, but now you are held captive until you understand. Of course, like what they say, 5 ounces, so it'll probably be 5 ounces, 4.8. So there you go. Sorry, got caught up in talking about how cool the knife is. 136 grams, 4.8. So yeah, like I said, easy carry, slender this way, kind of fat this way, but it fills your hands. Very comfortable, great fit and finish, good on the reverse grip, perfectly centered, no blade play lock rock, set up right out of the pouch. Very nice. Now I'm going to let you go because we got things to do. Yes, we do. We love them knives. Hey, keep your edge. Stay sharp, buddy.